Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. So let's jump into your reading today. It is October 20th, but you don't have to, it doesn't have to be that date when you watch. It doesn't have to be anywhere near that date. It could be whenever this video finds you. This message will be for you. October 20th, it is Diwali though. That is a Hindu festival of lights. Diwali. It's a festival, yes. And it symbolizes the spiritual victory of Dharma over Adharma, light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. Okay. So maybe that's something here that's going on. It's like light will prevail, which is funny because again, this is timeless reading, but there was a lot of that energy I was feeling on Saturday, this past Saturday. I was at the No Kings protest in my area, my community. The energy was very electric. There were not that many antagonizers this time. Usually when I go to protests, there are quite a few antagonizers, but in my experience this time, I did not see that many agitators, really. It was it was hopeful to me because there was so many people connecting. And I feel like when you protest, you are getting your voice out there, and that was the energy, was like light over dark. Like the dark cannot fucking prevail. Okay, it can't. Historically, it's just not going to, right? Regardless of how you view it, the sun is always going to rise. The sun is always going to rise the next day, and whatever in the dark is always going to come to light. So maybe there's something going on right now. Let's actually see, because I was shuffling and you did get some cards that fell out. So let's lower this a bit. Y'all don't need to be seeing my face after work. But let's see what we get, because I really am picking up that energy of like this invigoration, this almost community building as well, like really coming together. It's a joint effort here. There could be something like a collaborative effort that's going on with you right now, collective, or again, this, maybe I'm just picking up like a very broad collective energy of just like the scale being tipped so far in one direction. There's almost like this, I hate to use this reference and I really do apologize, but you know, in Titanic, the ship did not just like go like that, right? Like it was so much, whatever the physics of it was. Oh my God. Mija. My cat ran literally face first into the freaking glass. Like, are you okay, my love? She seems fine, but I'm gonna keep an eye on her. What the frick was I saying? Oh, again, sorry, but the physics of the boat, right? It didn't just all sink at once. There was so much pressure that it split. Something split. It's almost like something cracked. Right? So that's what I'm getting, the imagery anyway, of like, there is too much pressure. There's too much tension. Something is about to crack. Something is about to tip in a different direction. And it's going to be sudden, because again, I apologize. I'm just seeing the imagery. You know, when it snaps, like it falls, like it takes a long time, right? In the movie where you hear it like creaking, and then all of a sudden, like gravity, right? It comes crashing down, seconds. So that's what it feels like. It's like this moment that is just excruciatingly long, this buildup, this really long buildup of like tension. It feels like knots in your stomach. It just feels off balance. It feels wrong. It feels wrong. It feels like darkness here. And again, it's just this imagery coming through that eventually something's got to snap. Something has got to give. You have the overload card that came out. And you guys saw me shuffle. I didn't even look at the cards. You can look back at the video. I wasn't looking at anything. Overload. That's what this feeling is. It's like, it's too much tension. It's something has got to give. It's too much. It's unbalanced. It's just unbalanced right now. It's overloaded. Assessment, obligation, overwhelm, a lot of overwhelm. Stop. something's about to have an abrupt halt, or maybe you put a stop to something. Confinement. Whoa! Am I picking up like collectively? Because what I'm seeing here now is that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to jail. There's going to be a lot of people that are what I'm getting is that I don't know if this is, take it if it resonates for you personally, or what I'm just picking up in the general collective energy right now is there are a lot of people that are not being held accountable for crimes that they are committing. There are a lot of people that are being imprisoned falsely. There's no due process that's happening in my country where I'm at. And there's also something here, like I am also getting war crimes with this. And it's not like the energy is very much telling me right now. I'm just thinking in my mind, like there have been over 90 deaths since the supposed treaty or ceasefire. It was not a ceasefire. Okay, so this is coming to Israel and Palestine. Hold on. Something's got to give. Something's about to snap. Hold on. Promise. This is giving me like spirit or just like the universe. Something is like where what's up must come down. There's got to be something that it's almost like an assurance that this is something to be held accountable. Swearing upon something, swearing. Ooh, I'm hearing swearing loyalty. Hold on. I mean, this is about a promise, a proposal. He is proposing. So maybe there's going to be some type of proposal here. Responsible, confirmation, assurance. Or someone could be coming forward with some type of like a proposition or some type of new way of viewing something. Like a different option, an option that's not explored, an option that wasn't even considered, an option that wasn't even thought about, something that is completely new, something that's completely different. And this could be a promise to a group of people, because again, I'm just getting like collaborative community. I'm getting, this might not even be specific. If this is a message specifically for you, this could be like, you could be having questions about multiple people, right? Like you and a group, or you and your family, you and your work, like something like that, where it's like you're not just solely concerned about yourself, especially when it comes to this reading. I don't know exactly what you are asking or what your intention or focus is, but it's it feels very erratic. It feels very all over the place. It feels very broad. Like I don't even think I'm talking to a small collective. Which is crazy because when I do my readings, I don't have that many viewers. There are I have a very small channel. But what I'm picking up here is a very large group. So maybe you yourself, maybe you have a very big group. Like you could have a very large family, or you have a big friend group, or there is just like you have a lot of support. You could have a lot of support. Maybe you are promising to put a stop to something, or you're promising to put someone behind bars, or you're making a commitment to put someone, are you a lawyer? Are you, an origin, starting from the ground up. Like I said, this is like brand new. You know what I'm getting? The image in my mind I'm getting from WALL-E. You guys ever seen WALL-E, where at the end, the humans had to rebuild from fucking scratch, literally. Like the planet was fucked. The humans had destroyed planet Earth, and they were just trying to like dip out into space and just leave junk and trash here. Like it's just, what is this? Hold on, is this like a conservation message? Is this a political message? Like what is this? Ooh, and 2-2. I've been seeing 2-2 all day. 2-2-2, 2-2-2, 2, like all day twos. I've been seeing twos. So that could be significant for you. But it does feel like there's something new, and it's not it's not familiar. It's not a familiar thing. Maybe you are creating something that is not only beneficial for a really large amount of people, or maybe you are involved, like coming together and making some type of like impactful change, like an actual change, right? Something that is going to impact people on a large scale. And it could have to do with laws. It could have to do, maybe you're someone that advocates against the prison system, or like the corruption against the prison system. Because I honestly, like, I don't even understand personally. I have to do my own research, learn more about it. But the more you kind of learn about the prison systems, like, it's very strange how this country, I know United States is like capitalist, right? But everything is fucking for profit. It boggles, like, you don't have to fucking profit off everything. You know what I mean? Like, we're at a very weird point in history, very unique point in history, where there has been corruption and authoritarianism in the past, but this is, I feel, also broader because you have a new weapon, right? Which is the internet. And the internet is used as a weapon. I mean, there was a video of Netanyahu talking about how he's going to basically like infiltrate TikTok and make sure that they have like a positive spin on Israel, even though they're literally committing war crimes, international war crimes. So there's something about that. Maybe you are very vocal against what's going on right now, because does it not feel like fucking dystopian? Like, not only is there a genocide going on in Gaza, like Palestinians are being wiped out, literally dehumanized, and not only are I say we, if you're an American citizen, guess what? Your tax dollars are funding that. So United States is complicit in this, but it's not just Gaza. I mean, look at what's going on in Sudan. Look at what's going on in other countries. It is I talk about this all the time. I'm sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry that my channel, I've brought this up on other readings before, but it does feel like there is this, people are fed up. I really feel like people are getting fed up. This to me reads that there is something like a rubber band about to snap, because at this point in time, it's very, you know, when it's twisted where it's like, oh, good is bad and bad is good, or people are trying to twist truth, or people are trying to push like the light, you know, what, hearing Stephen Miller talking about like the light will prevail and stuff, like, bitch, you're literally Lucifer. Like, actually, that's even an insult to Lucifer. Which I'm not gonna tell you what to feel, but I'm not 100% believer of like biblical stories. I think that there can be things that we can take away from the Bible, but to me, I really religion is to me like a man-made concept, and to me personally, it feels more like I wonder if it was like the biggest like psyop or something. I don't know. Governments can really use religion to their benefit in controlling a mass amount of people. And I mean, you even just look at the history of it. Sorry, that's another tangent. That's another video. I'm not even high. I'm sorry. Like, we're getting off on like other stuff. Let's focus. Ground it. Let's bring it back in. Bring it back in. Hold on. Please clear the area. Hold on. Okay, what song just came to mind right now? Imaging Heat, Clear the Area. Hold on. Trying to get it. There we go. Imaging Heat. Okay, it says, knock, knock, are you alone? No one's out here and I was not followed. Love, love, you're already home. Party's over and you don't look so good. You find your way back down and I'll keep the area clear. Please clear the area. When you find your way back down in one piece, then I'll be just waiting right here. Low light, Mercury morning. So Mercury is something about Mercury energy. No need to stay calm. No need to stay as it's always nothing, but your eyes tell a whole different story. And I feel the weight of the world. You won't talk, you won't try, just move. It's too still in your sadness. Cry, give up, it's okay. You've just got to trust me. Okay, so maybe you're creating, because that song is about creating support for someone who's struggling. Maybe you are seriously community building, because maybe you work with people who have addiction issues, right? Substance abuse problems, or it's like you're trying to find the root of the issue. I was just having a conversation with a coworker about this like couple weeks ago, where they were talking about like low income neighborhoods, and they were basically like shitting on like very impoverished areas, and I'm like, do you not realize that there is systemically a problem where a lot of these areas don't get funded? They don't get treated the way that they're supposed to be treated. They do not get the care that is needed for the neighborhoods, or for like, there's no programs, there's no they don't put any like finances toward the education in those areas. And in fact, there's a lot of like gentrification where these rich people, real estate agents, people who buy up properties in these low income neighborhoods or these struggling neighborhoods, and they not only do they go in, buy up properties, and then like basically kind of kick people out of the area, because they build these super expensive, high price type of buildings, apartments, condos, whatever it may be. And it kicks out people who generally will live in the area, because it outprices them. It outprices the families and brings in, and I know that this is supposed to be like, that's supposed to be a selling point for a lot of these like business people. But when you go into those neighborhoods, not only do you make it more difficult for the people living there through housing, the prices around start to go up. So you are making it so much more inconvenient. It's just, it's such, the deeper you look into shit, you start to realize like, oh, a lot of these problems that they talk about in politics and stuff is that they use to go back and forth with one party to another party, whatever, that they bicker back and forth on. A lot of this shit could be easily fucking resolved with like common sense, but they like, it's like create a problem, advertise the problem, and then manufacture your own solution to the problem. Like, not only do you fucking create the problem, but then you're going to try to give yourself a pat on the back for doing like a little bit of work. I'm sorry, like what even is this? Is this a reading, or is this me venting and bitching? Because what is going on? What does the collective here need to know though, Spirit? Because we're getting a little natural disaster. Oh, Lord, hold on. I don't even want to say this. Remember, these readings are literally all alleged. This is all for entertainment. It's entertainment purpose. It's not real. Okay, like I'm just saying, but why did I get the image that there's some type of manufactured disaster? I know this is natural disaster, but it could be, I'm seeing like manufactured. Something that's going to look natural, or something that's going to be said is, oh, like this is the natural progression of this, or oh, this is like written off in a, I don't know. Spirit, please. What am I supposed to be reading? Endorsement. Persuasion, bribe, temptation. There's some weird shit going on behind the scenes. I'm seeing people shaking hands. I'm seeing, you know what I'm seeing in my head? Have you guys ever watched the Fallout show? If you have not seen the Fallout show, it's like, it's going to be spoilers though. It's really going to be spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, click away. But the point I'm trying to make is there are all these like CEOs, like people in positions of power, right? They're creating these vaults for when they're in a war in that universe. I think they're in a war with China. I can't remember. But in the Fallout universe, they're in a war, and you know, the bombs drop. But there was a meeting in the show that predates the games, right? It shows like the before. And all these head honchos, like the people who like Vault Tech, the creators who are building these vaults, it's like, how are they going to get money? How are they going to be a business if some type of disaster doesn't happen, right? If something doesn't happen, then they lose money on their vaults. And in the show, they basically are like, well, how do you even, and they're talking about like experimenting on the mass and the mass public, like, oh, we can put them in these really horrific situations. Oh, it's like basically treating humans like a game or like a psychological experiment, just playing like it was a bunch of rich, powerful people just playing with human lives. And they basically said, oh, well, what the fuck did she say? Hold on, I gotta pull it up. I had to pull it up. Hold on. I'm gonna spoil it, okay? I'm sorry. Hold on. Here, you guys will hear it. Hopefully it doesn't copyright. I don't know if it would, but I guess it doesn't really fucking matter. And her husband's listening, so she's one of the people in Vault Tech. Hold on.
I think about my daughter.
I don't know if you can hear it.
Jamie. How do I provide her with a better future? That's what we've invited you here to discuss.
Yes.
And how do we design our vault
Hold on, let me see if I can find that part.
Our children have that better future. I suggest we hedge our bets.
Wait! I am the overseer here. My orders must be followed.
Great show, by the way. I would 100% recommend.
Where's the rest of
Let me see. Oh, damn it.
Bud here has an idea for 3 interconnected vaults. But we need more ideas. We need your ideas. Because it was
I realized I could have just
that made our company.
I could have just put a clip instead of like having to show you guys this way.
Competition to our
But we're already in it, okay?
We have over 100 vaults spread across America. Enough for each of you to claim several, where you can play out your own ideas for how to create the perfect conditions for humanity, whatever you want to do. No one needs to know. And may the best idea win.
Okay, wait, not this part, even though I love the storyline. I cannot wait till the second season. Okay, wait.
We have been...
Hi, pinche verga, you're freaking charging.
I would like to see a vault governed by you.
What about using a vault to develop a super mutant soldier, using illegal immigrants?
We could pump psychotropic drugs into the air supply.
We could separate parents and children, and only the smartest kids reach adulthood.
Is that not what's fucking happening now? Like, what the fuck?
There's a lot of earning potential with the end of the world. But we're talking about making a significant investment.
I'm telling you, this is like about money and investment at the expense of human lives.
By dropping the bomb ourselves.
Bitch, it's something like that. It's like, it's something crazy like that. I don't know what this is. Maybe I'm being Delulu. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm picking up on. Maybe I'm a little bit too involved in my own community politics. Maybe that's subconsciously coming out. But something the fuck is going on. Something behind closed doors. Some type of illegal activity, okay? This is something going on where it's like, it's corruption. There's fucking corruption. You don't even need a psychic or a tarot reader to tell you that. Like, Spirit, what am I reading this for? But maybe shit is about to change. Maybe the energy or the tides are about to turn. I don't know, because I'm getting like this slow, excruciating buildup to some type of like point where there's tension, where there's breakage, where there's something where it's like, it's like it's hitting a wall. It's hitting a wall. There's no more. There's no more. And then it's immediate, like, again, I'm seeing in my head just the Titanic where it falls down. It's like immediate. So there could be some type of luck, or could be something that goes in the favor of light. Yes. Aid. Look at things. I feel like shit's gonna start to switch up energetically. If you've been feeling like lost, if you've been feeling down, depressed, something, ooh, I'm even getting like some, there's number for self-deletion prevention in my sidebar, because I'm just getting like hotlines flashing through my head, because I do feel like there is this, it's to a point where people, the desperation is so, it's so strong that I really feel like there's fear or even worry of people self-deleting. Maybe you yourself in your life, you have people who are to a point of like, you know, you keep your eye on them, or you know, maybe you've lost someone to that before. Mask. Someone could be hiding what they're really feeling right now. And if you have someone that if you want to tell them like, hey, I love you, hey, how are you like reaching out to someone, showing your love and support to them, I really feel like if you felt called to do that with someone, I would definitely do that, because I do feel like there could be someone that is around you that is just, they need a little support, they need a little bit of encouragement, and they need a little bit of your light. Okay? And that's not to say you're out here just giving your light or your energy to everyone, but there is someone in your energy right now, I'm just picking up, where it's like they really could use a friend. They really could use your understanding, your ear. Maybe it's just someone that needs to talk to someone, right? And listen, I maybe someone here is like, I'm not a therapist. I understand, but this is, I don't know. It's your prerogative how you move about this situation, but I do feel like there is someone in the collective's energy, whoever I'm reading for, that is, maybe I don't want to say to the extent of like that, but I don't want to not say it, because again, I feel like spirit it's coming out for a reason. But I don't want to inflict fear or anything like that to you guys. That's not the purpose or the intention of these readings. It's more to give you that clarity, that understanding, to give you more of that boost of like, yeah, that's what I was going to do. Or I knew that. It's that confirmation, right? It's spirit coming through and giving you that confirmation. So if you have felt like you needed to reach out to someone, or you're like, oh, I haven't talked to them in a while, maybe I'll just see how they're doing. And you call them, and maybe they were really depressed or lonely, and you one conversation changed their entire day. You know what I mean? And it could be someone that's wearing a lot of masks, or maybe you yourself are just like, there's so many things that you've been doing, or you've been having to, oh, an apology came out. You've been having to put on like I'm not getting like a fakeness with you guys, but the mask coming on feels more of like a, you know, when you're at work and you answer the phone, you have like your work voice, right? That's what I get. It's like you're presenting yourself in a very professional way, in a manner that is, it's not inauthentic, but it's also, it's a little proper. It's a little bit like, okay, I gotta get serious. I gotta make sure that I'm like, you know, when you're going to a court hearing, you're not going to dress in just any clothes, right? You got to look presentable. There's something here about that apology. Someone could be trying to say sorry, or there could be someone of really high status trying to make some type of plea deal, or trying to apologize for something, or trying to appeal to certain people. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is like trying to appeal to a court, trying to appeal to a mass audience, trying to appeal to general public, but it does feel like there is someone of prominence, like someone of high status, that is going to try to plead or make some type of case to gain some type of sympathy, or try to friendship and merit making. Jury duty, collaborative. Maybe someone here has jury duty. One of my coworkers actually had jury duty today. Goodness. Hold on, I can't. It's too dark right now. Hold on. Humanness, morality, friendship. I'm telling you, I don't mean to be fucking cliche, but literally, like, live, laugh, love, bitch. Like, this is, that's what it's giving me in the face of certain types of people, or certain types of, I'm just going to use, again, authoritarianism or the darkness, right? It cannot thrive when there is love and light and laughter and joy. It cannot thrive with those things. It cannot thrive with freedom of expression. It's almost like being joyful is in itself a protest. It's almost like staying true to yourself, staying true to your friends, staying true to the commitments that you've made, building up the community that you want to live in, helping your neighbor, it's literally like the human experience here. It truly is, when it comes down to that. I mean, between good and evil. I know it sounds so cliche, but that is literally the energy I pick up here. Light and dark, good and evil. And I don't really like to subscribe to like evil, because again, I don't necessarily I really don't believe in the Bible and like demons and all that stuff. I really believe that it's a man-made book, but there are what we would describe certain things as very evil, right? Like things that are just immoral, things that are, you just don't fucking do those things, okay? It's just unacceptable. Point blank, period. No fucking exception. There are certain things in this life that it's crimes against humanity, okay? Crimes against fucking humanity. And unfortunately for some people, actually not unfortunately, it's fortunately for the vast majority of people, because there are groups of people in power that truly feel that they are above everyone else, that they are above consequence, that they are above justice, that they are above the law, that they are above fucking everything. And that's just simply not true. There are certain people, whether this is in your life or whether this is in your personal life, or whether this is going to happen on a broader scale with someone that is well known or in power, but there is going to be accountability held. There is going to be accountability held. Point blank, period. At the end of the day, the darkness will not prevail. Truth always comes out. No matter how far and deep you try to bury it, it will be revealed. That's what I'm getting here. And it's whoever is so entitled to think that they are above any type of any type of consequence or accountability, there's some type of rude awakening gonna happen for these people. Is there any advice here for the collective? Any advice? Because we're just gonna stick with this deck. Any advice? Tap into that rage. Literally in my mind, I heard feminine rage. So you could be connected with your femininity. Again, it doesn't have to be gendered. But if you're a woman, especially that feminine rage, channel that. People like your rage, your fury, especially when it comes to like the craft. If you practice any type of energetic work, that can be such a great fucking, like, when you direct it into certain things. If you do any type of spell work, your anger, your rage, when it is tunneled towards something with intention, I don't even think, listen, there could be some chaos, which is up in the air. Okay, like I'm really getting like someone like putting a name in a jar and pissing in it. So you guys already know what I'm talking about, but it really does feel like channel that rage, channel that fury into something that is conductive, into something that is going to, I don't know if this is spell work or again, if this is literal, like you being out there, you being in your community, you channeling that rage into something that fucking benefits others, right? Standing on business, saying your truth, okay? That is what I get here. And that's what, Alliance, look! Coming together. Literally, there's something here where there could be people in power behind closed doors swearing their loyalty to whatever. But guess what? The mass majority of people, and maybe you feel this in your life too, personally, where it's like, where you could be like, I'm not going to that side. Like I know it's like you stand in your integrity and you surround yourself with people who also have integrity. You don't surround yourself with people who are snakes, who have no fucking regard for human life, for human decency, for any, like, I knew a person, this was someone that is still in my life right now, not by my choice, but there was one time I knew their character after a coworker and I were talking, and we weren't even at work, we were hanging outside of work, but there was a group of us, and my coworker and I were talking about an incident. There was an incident, I believe it was last year, I don't know if you guys had seen it, where a woman was tragically lit on fire I believe it was a train. She was lit on fire. And when we were discussing this person like laughed and made a joke. And I get dark humor, but it was so, you know, when certain things, like there's a time and a fucking place. And when they said that and when they started laughing and doing that, like I remember feeling in my stomach, like something, I was like, I had always had a feeling about this person, but it was in that moment that I was like, yeah, it's not, I don't like it. I don't like the energy. I don't like the vibes. I don't like, there was something about their spirit the whole time that I knew them and still know them. I don't really speak with them, but it was just, I don't know. It really rubbed me the wrong way. It gave me it gave me the biggest ick. Where it's like, you just are making a joke about someone who tragically died. And like I said, I get dark humor, but you can tell, like, you know when there's a fucking time and a place. And that was not the time, nor the place. Okay? And not only that was because they also inserted themselves into that conversation to make that joke. So it was also like I don't know, y'all. It was very, I don't know. We'll leave it at that. But that's what I have here. Don't lose your connections. You know, stay strong in those connections that you have, the community that you've built. You know what? And if you need to take a break, you need time for yourself, of course, obviously, recuperate. Have time for yourself. Pour into your own cup, 100%. But there is this, don't fall into the trap of the whole, like, I don't need help from anyone ever. I can do everything on my own. I do believe independence is such a beautiful thing, but there's also beauty in relationships, in community building, it's like when I'm talking to you, collective, I really feel like you guys have found your village. You know what I mean? I really feel that, or you're building it right now. So that is what I have for you, 3939. I'm gonna end it here. This was way longer than I expected. I was thinking this was gonna be like a freaking 10-15 minute video, but yeah. Have a beautiful rest of the day, evening, wherever you're at. Stay healthy, hydrated, and blessed. And guess what? If you want to know where your tax dollars are going, notmytaxdollars.org. Okay, if you're an American citizen, I would advise checking that. You can see the state that you're in, where things are going, how much we're sending to fund a genocide, all those things. Again, this reading is for entertainment purposes. Everything's alleged. Okay, everything's alleged. I understand that it's like a crime now, or it's like you can't criticize Israel, even though I'm an American citizen. I should be able to fucking criticize and critique a foreign government that is committing international war crimes. So I don't understand why the fuck that's getting pushed back. Bitch, I should be able to fucking express my free speech. But anyway, bye guys. Take care. Stay healthy, hydrated, and blessed. And I hope you're treated as you treat others. Love you.